Jeopardy! Welcome to today's contestants. He is a TV commentator from New York City, New York, Sean Hannity. He is a former media executive, former political strategist, former investment banker, and former executive chairman from Norfolk, Virginia, Steve Bannon. And now returning champion, an assistant taxidermist from Superstition Springs, Arizona, Carl Siddons, whose 4-day total winnings are $700. And now, your host of Is This Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of Is This Jeopardy, the COVID-19 pandemic edition. First, let's meet our contestants. Sean, you're a TV personality when you're not on Is This Jeopardy. How has the coronavirus affected your life?
Well, not much, Alex. Pretty much the same as usual out on the golf course. I miss the weather, though.
As do we all, Sean. As do we all. Now, Steve, you once saved a kitten that had fallen down a well. How did that make you feel?
Well, it wasn't actually a well, Alex. It was more like a drain pipe at the side of my house. I had to reach way in and grab that little sucker by the scruff of his neck. He didn't like it much either. Scratched my hand up real good.
So not the most pleasant of experiences. That can happen with kittens. Carl, you had a close call recently when your boss found out you weren't really sick when you were actually competing on Is This Jeopardy.
That's right, Alex. He was pretty mad for a couple of days, but he's okay now that I mentioned where I work on the show. Richardson Snuff and Stuff, deep in the heart of Superstition Springs.
Thanks for that unsolicited commercial message, Carl. As our returning champion, you get to choose the first category. Remember, contestants, your answers must be in the form of a question. And a reminder to our audience at home that all our questions today are about the ongoing coronavirus pandemic.
Today's categories are He Said It, Treatments and Cures, By the Numbers, Origins, Social Distancing, Lockdown, or Locked Up.
I'll take by the numbers for 200.
The number of U.S. cases on February 26th.
What is none?
That's incorrect, Sean. The correct answer is 15. There were 15 cases of the coronavirus in America on February 26th. Carl, you still have the board.
Well, let's try by the numbers for 400.
May 26.
How many days in the month of May?
That answer is wrong no matter how you look at it. The correct question is, when did America pass 100,000 deaths due to the virus? On May 26th. Carl, you still have the board.
Origins for 200.
The virus first appeared in this city.
What is Norfolk?
No, Steve, it wasn't your hometown. The correct question is, what is Wuhan? Wuhan is in China, not Virginia. Carl?
Okay, this is harder than I thought. How about He Said It for 600?
In a few days, 15 will be down to 0.
Who is President Trump?
That's right. The president said that on February 26th, by the way. Go again, Carl.
He said it for 800.
One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
Who is Penn and Teller?
I'm sorry, Sean, it wasn't Penn or Teller. The correct response is, who is President Trump? Back to you, Carl.
You sure it wasn't Penn and Teller? They make stuff disappear all the time. Let's try He Said It for 1,000.
Bottom line, it's going to get worse.
Who is President Trump?
Sorry, Steve. Who is Dr. Anthony Fauci? Dr. Fauci said it's going to get worse. Try again, Carl.
Locked down or locked up for 200.
It's when you can't leave your room.
What is senior prom?
No, Sean, it's not senior prom. What is quarantine is the correct response. Remember, contestants, all our answers are about the COVID-19 pandemic. You're still up, Carl.
Locked down or locked up for 400.
It's when you decide to stay in your room.
I thought you said it wasn't about senior prom.
It's not, Sean. Anyone? No? What is self-isolating? Self-isolating. Maybe I should have self-isolated myself this morning. Okay, Carl, you're still up.
Treatments and cures for 600.
Okay, let's do that.
Definitely don't do this.
Make out with your wife's sister in the garage.
That's good advice, Steve, but it's not in the form of a question.
The correct response is, what is drink bleach?
Don't drink bleach. It won't cure the virus, and it will make you sick.
I can vouch for that.
I'm sure you can, Sean. Carl, choose your next answer. Right, how about social distancing for 200? It's the daily double. How much do you want to wager, Carl?
All of it, Alex.
Okay.
Stay this far away from other people.
What is 500 yards?
No, Carl, that's a restraining order. The correct answer is 6 feet. You're still up for some reason. Carl?
I'll go with social distancing for 400.
Wear this when you go outside.
What is your MAGA baseball cap?
I'm sorry, Sean. The correct answer is, what is a mask?
Mask for pussies.
But you're wearing a mask.
No, I'm not.
Well, what's that on your face?
You making fun of my face?
And that brings us to Final Jeopardy. Now, normally, we'd ask our contestants how much of their winnings they'd like to wager on this clue. Unfortunately, none of them has any money left. So, we'll just pretend that each of you has $1,000. Go ahead and lock in how much of it you want to wager on today's Final Jeopardy clue.
Today's final Jeopardy category is the spread. This former U.S. enemy has one of the lowest rates in the world.
So, Sean, what is your answer? That's incorrect, Sean. France has never been an enemy of the United States.
That's what you liberals think.
I'm not a liberal, Sean. I'm a Canadian.
Same difference.
So, Sean, how much did you bet? You can't bet $1 million, Sean. You only had 1,000.
Well, I used to have $1 million till you liberals took it all.
Steve, show us your answer. I'm afraid not, Steve.
Because the rates are too high, right?
Sure, whatever. How much did you bet? You only bet $11.
But they're American dollars, not that Canadian funny money.
Okay, Carl? Very good, Carl. How much did you bet? You only wagered $1. Well, as it turns out, you still ended up with the most money today. Congratulations, Carl. That makes your total winnings for the week $1,701. I don't think you'll be quitting your job at Richardson's Snuff and Stuff anytime soon. Please join us again next time for more exciting competition on Is This Jeopardy?